Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today we're going to talk about Star Citizen Alpha 4.2.1 and some updates to that July patch and what's coming with it, expectations for it, that sort of stuff. As well as CIG disabling ground turbulence in that patch after enabling it effectively in 4.2. Let's start with that. CIG are disabling ground flight turbulence for 4.2.1, or at least they have in the latest PTU patch, but it seems that that's likely to hold for live as well. There seems to be various schools of thought on ground turbulence and its implementation in 4.2. It's terrible, or it's a great idea but needs a lot of improvement, and other people just seem to love it. I am very much in that middle category. Some ships are far too wobbly, and some ships feel alright with it. CIG's intention with ground turbulence is to give you a little bit of a feel of your thrusters fighting against gravity and constantly adjusting without really affecting actual gameplay. It's flavour rather than mechanic. Currently, in 4.2, it affects different ships in different ways, and some a lot more than others, but takeoff and landings can be a bit trickier than previous as your ship wobbles, and when mining on planet surfaces, it's just not fun to have to keep on adjusting your position with these ships. So I've got a video going over the drama and issues with that in more detail if you're interested, but I did see a update and something that YogiClat had replied to. Someone said, I think some of this weird behaviour is not due to a ship's specific tuning, but it's a result of a bug that happens after leaving atmosphere or interacting with winds and storms, etc. And then YogiClat responded, by the way, jackpot on this, I forgot to thank you. You basically pointed out where one of the issues were, and I could instantly see the code issue there. The flight model wasn't cleaning out wind information after it left a wind zone, so you got very stormy winds inside hangars, even if this was the hangar of an Idris with the doors closed, etc. It should be fixed in 4.2.1 PTU now. For the time being, though, we're turning off ground turbulence. That's different from the turbulence you get at high wind speeds or in clouds. In PTU, we might turn it on a case-by-case basis. Depends on how much time we'll have until 4.2.1 ships. So it was sort of nice for Yogi to kind of identify two separate sets of issues with turbulence, wind and cloud turbulence that is being added to you even when you're out of it, as well as the wobbly ground turbulence, and potentially combining those two causing issues. And it's possible that turbulence will be switched back on for 4.2.1, but as I said, I think it's unlikely. I think it will come back a little bit later when CIG have tweaked it a bit more, maybe for 4.3. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. And were you loving turbulence ground turbulence, or were you hating it? What do you think of the actual wind and cloud turbulence and flying around? Are you happy that you'll be able to mine again more easily in 4.2.1? Talking about 4.2.1, it's now in Wave 2, and it's expected to be all waves by the end of this week. So, in this patch, big focus still on stability and bug fixes, but also the Second Life resource drive event. So, yeah, very much the main focus there. Basically, the 4 corps of Stanton competing to get the most amount of contributed SCU from players by any means necessary, sort of like cargo and mining and stuff like this. Basically, all these different orgs are trying to win a contract from the UE government, from Emperor Addison, to help solve the regen crisis. And players will help by doing a variety of missions, resource gathering, recovering cargo, supporting an attacked ship that's being attacked by pirates, or doing some hauling missions. Lots of expected rewards for participating players. It's kind of an evolution of the supply or die event. I'm not sure if it locks you to a corp when you start doing missions for them, but I don't think it does. I think you can work for whoever you want interchangeably and get all the rewards from all the different orgs, all the different corporations. Expect some cool looking faction specific paints for ships and gear. This event as well, from my point of view, gives a way of introducing more mission givers and sort of evolving the taste and feel of the different corporations of Stanton, getting them feeling a bit more competitive with each other, even if it's only a friendly competition and not all-out hostilities. The event is likely going to last the duration of that patch, so like a month almost, or 3 weeks to a month is what I would expect from it. There are some new additions in that latest PTU build as well. Resource gathering polish, cargo amount polish to be more in line with expectations of size. There's some payout and economy balance going on here too. Moderate increase reduced to carrying capacity of all backpacks. They've disabled ground flight turbulence for 4.2.1, as I said, at least for now. When you cycle friendlies, that now only cycles non-hostiles. The ICT, it's got some improvements made to the visuals of its muzzle projectiles. They've enabled countermeasures in the Aspira Prowler variant co-pilot seats. They've reduced the ballistic Gatling size 7 bullet spread, which I believe is the weapon used by the Ares Inferno. I'd like to know if anyone is using that ship and that bullet spread. Is it a lot tighter? Is it actually significantly better? I'm just sort of interested there because I haven't played with it. They've increased the Talon self-destruct to 30 seconds, so you have time to escape before it explodes. Some stuff that's not ready for testing for the patch, but is going to be in there or is in there now, but only partly implemented or whatever, are Ship Battles V2, the Volt Pistol, some Wicklow location and recipe additions, and additional player hairstyles. Now, there are some expectations for this patch as well, such as the RSI Meteor, a new ship. Now, this is almost certainly a variant of the Mantis, and it's probably the heavy strike fighter that CIG have been talking about. So I'm actually quite excited for that. Don't know much about what's going on there. I do know they've been tweaking the Mantis for 4.2.1 as well, which makes it even more likely that ship will turn up there. You can expect some more economy and industrial gameplay improvements, in my opinion. Potentially new minables, new harvestables, stuff like that, but just general tweaks to the economy. It is almost certainly going to be released during July, this patch. It is roughly given the designation of the July patch, and CIG have been moving really quick with this. All waves by the end of this week, all waves by the end of June, effectively. That's pretty cool. We can expect the Foundation Festival turning up during this patch cycle, which is typically a free fly and sales event and encouraging players to teach each other different skills and get new players into the game, and teaching someone how to mine, teaching them how to do combat or whatever, just getting a mentor and jumping into game with them, and you get rewards for mentoring and playing with other players. You can expect some new Wicklow rewards, corp and reputation rewards, that sort of stuff. We do know that the new referral ladder is going to be turning up probably starting July 1st. That was what CIG last said. So the rewards for that should be turning up during that 4.2.1 patch, released to some of them you should be able to get. There are things like a Squadron 42 military-inspired Gladius with some cool components, I believe, that might be part of those rewards, and we do know that it's going to be favouring the lower end of the rewards track, so you don't need thousands of referrals to get some good rewards, although there might be some pretty big top-end ones. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, previously, top-end rewards were things like a javelin. And a question people keep on asking is, when is engineering going to turn up? Well, it's going to be turning up sometime in the not too distant future to the tech preview branch. So that could be anytime over the next few weeks. We don't exactly know. Probably going to be in July at some point, but we'll have to wait and see. And we do know that engineering's evolved somewhat, and it's going to be significantly better than what we saw last time, but they were also going to have data-driven armor and fires and damage control and loads of tweaks to what we saw previously. Boom! That's it for your updates on Alpha 4.2.1 and potentially the disabling of turbulence, ground turbulence anyway, for that patch. And I think that's going to make a lot of people happy, even if it's just CIG are disabling it for a bit until they tweak it so that it's working as intended, and just a little tiny bit of flavor, which is what they want. But tell me what you think about all of that in the comments down below, and are you excited by the idea of the RSI Meteor potentially being that Mantis heavy strike fighter variant? Toby eye trackers, they're on sale until the 14th of July. You should check out the links down below for that. Helps out the channel, and you get some cool head and eye tracking, which is natively supported by Star Citizen. Also, maybe you want some NordVPN. Go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer, or again, the links down below. Click those, get yourself some VPN-y goodness, and that helps out the channel too. There's loads of other links to THRUSTMASTER and all that sort of jazz if you want some joysticks and cool stuff. Do it. Click the things below. Every month, we give away a Star Citizen ship and game package. We're giving away an Anvil Asgard this month, as well as a Tumbrel Nova to go in it. This new heavy dropship's going to be great for getting your Nova tank to the ground. Just comment on any of our videos made during June to be in for a chance of winning. A random comment from June from a random video from June is chosen to be the winner for that. That ship package was given to us by CIG. Thank you very much for that. And if you would like to further support the channel, you can become a patron member, you can use the join button under my videos, you can use any of the affiliate links below my videos as well. Channel members that have used that join button and Patreon members get the same rewards. I really do appreciate people that have gone the extra mile, but you can also just like, share, subscribe, comment on these videos. It does really help. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great June. Please check out the rest of the videos on the channel as well.